Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host Saieed Ali, a spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problems, feel free to contact me, 339-1670, 238-6716. I want to say a special good night to you viewers of Real Talk in Trinidad and Tobago, up the Caribbean and around the globe. Those of you that are on our page, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, like and share as we go live. Those of you on our YouTube channel, TT Real Talk, subscribe, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live. Now viewers, it's Fire Friday. Remember, Fire Friday have been created by Real Talk for you the viewers to call in concerning the situation in your area. It doesn't matter what the problem is. Feel free to call in and let us know what is going on in your area. Viewers, we are going for a small commercial break, but remember, call your friends, call your family, send them the WhatsApp message, the Facebook message. Let them know Real Talk is going live on Synergy TV, and I will see you right after this break. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Now, as we start off tonight's program, viewers, you are going to be amazed of what is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago because of the bombshell that the Finance Minister Colin Imber dropped on us concerning the polymer $100 bill. Listeners, viewers, you will have to have change in your pocket when you go to a Prestige Holding. They have released a bulletin. A Prestige Holding noted that KFC, Pizza Hut, Starbucks, Subway, and TGI Friday will not be taking all $100 bill after December 23rd. So, viewers, you know what that means? Whenever you think about going to KFC or Pizza Hut or the Prestige Holding group of companies, you will have to have either $50, or $20, or $10, or $5, or $1, or even 25 cents in your pocket, because they would no longer be taking the $100 bill unless it is the new one. We have a call on the line? Caller, good night.
Yeah, hello, good night.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a few questions, sir. Let's say if the government needed for the money to be washed, yeah, for the black money, right? Let's say that they were unable to recover the black money, and the day come and the money is dead. Whatever day that is, and the money is dead. Does it that the central bank replace those money and it's going to the coffers of the government? Is the money that scores as gold for the amount of years, fees and so on, does all that money be changed and get into the coffers of the government? Let's say at the end of it, let's say we have $80,000 $100 bill. Do we get back that float of $100,000? And does it be that the government get a boost in money and we will know how much money they get so that we will know how it is being spent on Trinidad and Tobago? How does that work out? Thank you.
Well, my friend, we will have to ask the Minister of Finance, or we will have to ask the Minister of National Security, Stuart Young. No, I'm being real with you. Because a lot of issue it is arising in Trinidad and Tobago concerning all these things that are taking place, especially the $100 note, because I still want to know how much money did the government pay? How much taxpayers' dollars was spent to print this new money? I would like to know the bottom figure, because it is our taxpaying dollars that is being spent. And according to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, he is withholding the information due to security reasons. What is the security reasons? I still want to know that. It's Fire Friday. Feel free to call in, voice your concern and your opinion. Let me hear what you think about this. So when you hear you want your little KFC now, and you want to drink your little hot chocolate now, you know what's happening? You cannot go and tender a whole 100 again, you know. Because a lot of places now are putting up signs, we are not taking the old $100 bill anymore. Some places from the 16th, from the 13th, the US Embassy, after the 13th, they don't want to see a paper $100 in Trinidad and Tobago coming to their banking sector. They don't want that. Caller, good night.
Hello, sir.
Go right ahead.
Yes. Shall you hear me? Yes. Cost of printing that money, which is over $1 billion, 720 million pounds. That is from the Minting Company in London. That company was going to shut down, and they gave that company 720 million pounds to print the $100 bill. Okay? Thanks a lot.
Thank you, my friend. So you are saying they paid 720 million pounds? Wow. Well, viewers, I would like somebody from the Ministry of Finance, or Mr. Colin Imbert, or the Minister of National Security, or the Prime Minister would call a media briefing. Let me tell you something. You know when Real Talk start a roll, we just get things done in Trinidad and Tobago. We go get bills passed, we go get question answered, we go see things moving. It's only when sides start to open more, then things start to go places. I'm not boasting here, but it is a fact. All the bills that I've asked for and legislations, it came forward. All of this joke I'm making, remember when I started to push the legalization of marijuana? Now listen this. Prime Minister Dr. Saieed Ali has approved of the Dangerous Drug Amendment Bill and the Cannabis Control Bill. So let me tell you something. And Real Talk performing for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Somebody say something. He noted that many families have been destroyed due to a person being charged with smoking a joint. And that is so true, I go give kudos to the Prime Minister for saying that. He further noted that due to these charges, some persons were locked up. Right? Now when they get locked up, here the effect of it, they lost their job, they were unable to pay maintenance fee because they are leaving their children to suffer. All for a joint. You see, when I sat down and I look, wait now boy, this man have a little 5-piece or a little smoke. Now I understand that it is illegal. Don't get me wrong. But white collar, those individuals that sitting in high position, you call it white collar crime, where they bring in the marijuana. They bring in the marijuana and they give the lower class individuals to sell marijuana. So when you hear the small man get locked up now, they're taking a chance. They know it's illegal, but they're taking a chance. So when they get locked up now, it's the family paying the cake. Their family paying the cake, and it's a 5 joint. So we have people sitting down in high offices doing white collar crime. We have middle class people doing white collar crime, and we have the low class people doing white collar crime. But nevertheless, I wanted the bill to be passed. We got it done. We got it done. Like I said, how many hosts of other programs throughout Trinidad and Tobago just get bills passed? Let's say something now, man. It's when you're Real Talk, you get the bills passed. But listen this. The Prime Minister noted that despite the many users of cannabis, the majority of the persons being brought before the court were those from lower economic background. He further noted that this treatment was not the same for the upper class, as they were given another chance. Another chance. You know why we use upper class? Remember, not long ago, a minister grandson was caught in a raid. Police was on exercise and they caught him with marijuana. And when he went before the magistrate now, the magistrate decided to give him a chance. All remember that? Those who remember that, feel free to call in. Caller, good night. Hello?
What they say, if they tell my grandson with marijuana, if they were arrested, Papa do it, tell him don't start again. The second thing, why it is Mr. Rowley raging bull is keeping so quiet as to how much new $100 bills really enter this country. The next thing, I can see so silent on the barrier and UNICEF business. So quick, I see that UNICEF started in the backyard. What it is, something in the mortar beside the settle, that raging bull is too quiet. We have to walk him like a hawk.
Thank you, my dear. Let me tell you something now. Since the refinery closed down, Trinidad have been going downstream, you know. All ever noticed that? All ever noticed that? On the 31st of December, where Central Bank give us a deadline date to make sure we change our $100 paper bill into the new bill that will be circulating throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something. Don't let this bill fool all you know. Because come December 31st, Yara closing down its doors, you know. So how many people going on the broadline again? We going downstream instead of we go upstream. Caller, good night.
Yes, Mr. Sergeant.
Go right ahead.
Yes, look at it to look last.
I guess we lost that. Hey, that is why I just put so much effort into my show, you know, into Real Talk, you know, because let me tell you something. I'm not bringing no other thing but the facts to you all. I bring in the issue of the day, the issues that people are facing on a daily basis. Apart from guns and drugs, there are other issues. Social development. Where is social development in Trinidad and Tobago? Where is social development department in Trinidad and Tobago? How active are they? How active are they? For the last 2 days, south part of Trinidad have been flooded out. Where is disaster management in Trinidad and Tobago? Where were they? Or do we only have to wait for a storm to hit Trinidad and Tobago for disaster management to come out? I tell you, it's only the issues I bring into all here, you know. But hold on, next year I'm going to be going after some real criminals. Scotiabank remained closed after an employee, Sylvain Cooper, collapsed and died on the job. Around 2:45 p.m., Cooper was attending customer when she collapsed. She was taken to a private medical institute where she was pronounced dead upon arrival. Scotiabank has advised customers to visit their other branch to conduct other business. To the family and friends of Sylvain Cooper, Real Talk do extend condolences to the family and friends of Mr. Cooper. Now, viewers, feel free to call in. It's Fire Friday. It is your night tonight. There's a lot of things we have to discuss in Trinidad and Tobago. Christmas is around the corner. We have the people rushing to the bank to change the new $100 note. Some banks, some ATM machine in Trinidad, they are not fully equipped with the new $100 note dispensing. A lot of people have been calling me to decide we're not getting money at the ATMs. Well, my advice was to them, according to Scotia, First Citizen and RBTT, they are all in the process of upgrading. They are all in the process of putting the new polymer note into the machines and them. So let's see what will take place. Remember, there is 1 week before Christmas. I think it's about 10, 11 days, somewhere around there before the big day of Christmas in Trinidad and Tobago. So let us see what is taking place. How many of you are going to buy goods and sell it over? Because a lot of business places in Trinidad have already started putting up signs. So what are we going to do now? The U.S. Embassy from the 13th, those of you who have applications or those of you who have to go and pay, you have to pay with a new $100 bill. Or you can have your $50, your $20, your $5 and pay them like that. Sometimes some food places have already put up signs. Some business places have already put up signs. They are not taking it. How far can we go, or how much can we take as citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? That was a bombshell, and believe me, they got results. They got results. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Good night, it's Anthony. Saeed, I look at these young people working in the bank. And far as I see these young people, they're stressed out. A lot of them going to suffer with stress. A lot of them going to suffer with carpal tunnel syndrome. And the government's supposed to put things in place for these people because these people didn't ask for that. They implement that, and they implement stress for this nation where we already having a lot of stress with this government.
Thank you, my friend.
I think it's right for the government to put things in place for these people who are working in all the banks, who are going to suffer with carpal tunnel syndrome and stress.
Thank you, my friend. Now, what I am going to talk about now, viewers, a lot of businessmen, a lot of individuals in Trinidad and Tobago would understand what I am saying next. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of businessmen and women in Trinidad and Tobago have been paying to speed up their file for firearm. How many of you got caught in that web? How many of you paid and never received their firearm? How many of you are still waiting for a number, a file number? How many of you have paid $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 for firearm users license? That is the FUL. How many of you, how many businessmen paid thousands of dollars to get their firearm users license and they are still waiting? 6 months, 7 months, 1 year? I would like to meet some of you from next week to help you recover back your money. Yeah? Real Talk Debt Collection will love to do that for you. Because there's a set of scams outside there, and the only person to sign the FUL form is the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Gary Griffith. Now listen to this. Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith, in a press release on Thursday, 12 December, is warning persons applying for a firearm user's license, that is the FUL, not to pay anyone to speed up the process. He is warning citizens because it came to his attention that people are paying to speed up the firearm file. You know, you fill out your file and you submit it and you have to wait, and then they will call and they'll give you a file number. And when they give you that file number, you can often call and make reference to that number as to how far your application have reached. But a lot of people who are claiming to know somebody in a high office could speed up the process. So from next week, come Monday next week, I will be highlighting more about this, because I want you businessmen or the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago to come forward. Come forward and take back your money, because nobody cannot speed up that process beside the Commissioner of Police. And if the Commissioner of Police is coming out and making this statement, who am I? Who am I? I am the newsman that is bringing it to you to inform you of what is taking place in Trinidad. Griffith noted that he was aware of persons claiming to know seniors who would speed up the process for the license. See? It's the same thing I say, and it's the same thing that is going on in Trinidad and Tobago over and over and over. So after 7 months pass now, and you ain't get your license, and you call the individual for your money now, what you getting? I run around. So from next week, I am going to be dealing with this, and I would love the public to get in touch with me. Let me know who you paid. Let me know who you paid, and I will not be afraid to call their name. Hey, Johnny. Remember Mark? Just like that. Remember the 40,000, Johnny? Just like that. Let me tell you something. In Trinidad, there's a lot of scams taking place. A lot of scams. The commissioner, he further noted that between August 2017 and July 2018, approximately 423 applications were approved. And from August 2018 to present, 1,887 FUL applications were approved. So keep in good faith. Like I said, I have pushed for the Firearm bill to be up and running, for the Firearm Act. I got no bail for repeat offenders of firearm, and we have in the Parliament, in the Senate, a bill that is being debated to make like a first-time user now for no bail. So Real Talk is working. I am getting what I want done. With my intelligence unit about to start come January 2020. Let me tell you something. It's a different Real Talk, you know. It's a different Saieed Ali, you know. It's a different production, you know. I just didn't jump out and blah, 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 blah. You know. No. Child sex offender, this is a reminder for you all who quickly forget. Child sex offender registry bill up and running, where any individual who molests a child, your picture will be posted in every station in Trinidad and Tobago. And you know what I'm going to push for? To make sure that your picture goes public. That is my next step. Because I want the public of Trinidad and Tobago to know that that individual molested a child. Thus far, I have gotten the legislations passed. Anti-gang bill up and running. A Fire Friday, you know, a firing off tonight. You know why? Because my show back up and running. My show back up and running, viewers. So we firing again. Anti-gang bill up and running if he's a member of a gang and you get hold no bail. If you're assisting a gang, you're a leader of a gang, you're counseling a gang, no bail. Who did that? Real Talk did that. Who did that for? The citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, to know that they are safe, that they have bills now. Yeah? So I don't play mad. I want to play as a gang leader and I counsel a gang. You will hear somebody knocking on the door, tok, tok, tok. That's where you go here. Come January, it's a different Real Talk. It's a different Real Talk altogether. Call good night. Go ahead, my friend.
Yes, Saeed. You know, this ganja will want the establish, right? What they're supposed to do, currently have plenty land. Give the cane farmers to plant the ganja and put on a plan to make the ganja oil, to supply the whole market so we could make that money in Trinidad. Because Because the farmer got planted to make money, but it had no gain.
Thank you, my friend. Now listen this, I understand there are many people who sit in high position, right? Or I would say people bring in marijuana in a large quantity. You see, recently $70 million was sent to Tobago. They found it on a sand truck. $70 million. Now listen this. You make the marijuana legal in Trinidad and Tobago. You set up a committee. Just how you set up the Cannabis Control Committee, you set up a committee now to monitor ganja planters. You give them permits. You give them permits because currently you have a lot of land throughout Trinidad and Tobago by the thousands of acres. You give them a permit to plant marijuana. Now listen this. Listen this. The government coming to buy the marijuana from these planters and ship it to the outside countries. When they pay you in TT, they sell it for US. It's a booming business. It is a booming business. So why are they not doing that? Let me tell you something. Since Real Talk come on the scene, since Real Talk come on the airwaves, I got legislations, I got bills. I got things done for Trinidad and Tobago to become safe. All TTPS have to do is to conduct raids very often. Very, very often. And you will see a change in Trinidad and Tobago. Call a good night.
Hello, good night.
Yes, sir.
What the government and the police and everybody have to look at is that these business places who are not taking the $100 bill, they have to look and see if they are not washing the black money because they are offering they're offering 80 on 100. So they have to be looking. They might not be taken, but they might be depositing. So they have to look at that. And the next thing with the ganja thing, if everybody who's smoking entitled to plant 4 trees, then nobody will be buying. Everybody will have their own thing. And if 10 people living in our house, 10 people can have 4 trees each, then like 40 trees. All right. Thank you. Good night. Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. It's 4 male or female per household. It's not like 10 people live in the house and each individual having 4 trees. 10 for is 40. That's like a lot of land you plant with marijuana. It's not so. All you know why I push for bills? Listen this. Listen this, An Arima magistrate, Sharon Raphael, reprimanded and discharged PC Joel Yadi, a special branch constable, on Friday, 13 December. Listen, you're going to love this one. For negligence and losing his firearm, which he left in his trunk. What do you think about that? That's a good thing he do there. Use a PC. You have a firearm and you leave it in the trunk of your car. The thief in cars. You leave your firearm in your trunk. Not too long ago, I highlighted a man who left his licensed firearm in his car. In his car. He went to conduct business. I think it's somewhere down in Cuba. When he left the firearm in the car, went to conduct business, come back in the car now, and when he looking for his firearm now, he could not find his firearm. So the PC was reprimanded and discharged. Hear this. Around 1 p.m., Yadi parked his truck, not a car, a truck, at the car park of a supermarket in Aruca, and upon returning minutes later, he discovered that his pistol and 17 rounds of ammunition, which was in a pouch, had gone missing. So listen this. Whoever steals that firearm and ammunition had to know that this truck had a firearm in it. Am I right? Or am I wrong? Call her good night.
I don't trust none of you. You hear? Because that is a setup. Trust me, they know exactly what they're doing, and they know they will get away with the nonsense as a lot of them right now getting away with, and they will continue doing the nonsense in this place and get a slap on you. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. Well said. How did the bandit know that in this truck that this PC driving had a firearm? How did they know that? Or ever hear people breaking in the truck? Well, this truck had a firearm and they lost it. Let me tell you something, it's real bacchanal and chaos in Trinidad, you know, and somebody need to stand up and put their foot down, you know, because if the Minister of National Security ain't doing it, the Commissioner of Police might do it, and if none of them ain't doing it, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago have to stand up and do it, because somebody have to do something, otherwise we're going to be going down in the gallows. A couple times, people call, Said, how you just be talking like that? I said, what you mean? He said, I asked him, I said, what you mean by that? He said, the kind of slang you just be using. I said, well, I'm in Trinidad, and I have to talk for the Trinidadians to understand. Because if you go to talk proper language, they would say, well, look at he. Where he feel he in a white man country, and a black man country, and I talk him a slang, so he would understand. And even the white man doesn't understand what I'm saying. Because when you hear my phone ring from Canada and New York and England, hello Saeed, how are you? I am fine, thank you. It's not that in it. How are you going? You good? I'm a Trinidadian, so I will talk for the Trinidadian to understand. If I said to my director, hello director, how are you doing today? Are you fine? You know my director, but what's wrong with Saeed? But Saeed, I realize I was a Trinidadian or what? We had to talk with language. We have a call? Call her good night.
Hi, good night.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Go right ahead.
Hi, Mr. Saeed. I'd like to ask you a personal question.
I'm listening.
I'm trying to understand how your program, Real Talk, contributes to the bills being passed in this country.
I love what you asked me. I love that. You want to know how I contributed to that? Listen carefully. I hope you are a very ageable person to start with. That's number one. Number two, you have lived that age you are presently all your life, and you never heard of someone coming on a show and ask for bills like these. If you are 50 years, you are 60 years, you are 70 years, living all those years together, I don't even know if you ever thought about bills like these ever coming to pass. So I take my time and I answer your question. If you live 60 years, well, after 60 years, you realize it have somebody could launch a show on TV and ask for something to benefit the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and boom, the government bring it out. Have you ever seen any other individual, or have you ever heard of any other individual in Trinidad asking to legalize marijuana? No. Have you ever heard any individual asking no bail for firearm, no bail for gang leaders? 70 years, just saying. And you never hear nothing about a child sex offender registry. So all these times, girls under 18 years who are being molested, they have been walking with pain and suffering while the molester walk free. But after 60 or 70 years of living, boom, come an individual. Launch a show on TV, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, and have decided to push for bills, not to benefit myself, you know. But for you, the caller, or you, the individual who just called, to benefit you. Excuse. So when you hear, just saying, when you hear your granddaughter or your daughter who's under the age of 18 and they get molested, you know what? Saieed Ali pushed for something so these individual pictures could go in the public domain so everybody would know this is the man that interfered with John Doe's daughter. I sure I reaching some way. Director, I reaching some way? Good. So let me go down to what I have to contribute to these bills now. Have you ever heard any individual asking for these type of bills in your 70 years of living? Feel free to call in, you know. Because I want you to call back and say, well done, Saieed. That is what I want you to do. I didn't think about myself. I think about citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. I think about my granddaughters. Even though my son is 11 and 8, I think about when they get bigger and they have children, somebody might interfere with them. Oh, watch me. Pray to God me a living here. Because I will have you walking up a light pole backward. Well, I feel it's a joke. You will be, watch me, you'll be walking up a light pole backward. You see, last year they tried to kidnap my son. When I started the Boss S on TV and I started to make airwaves, they tried to kidnap my son. 3 blind police shoot one. All I come down on Saieed. All I come down on Saieed. Boy. So I'm trying to secure now my granddaughter who ain't even born yet. And you know what I did, uncle? When they hear bandits break into your house, I love what you ask, you know. Let me tell you something. God fire me up tonight, you know. I love what you ask. When they hear bandits break into your house now, and you stick a gun to your head now, and you take what you have to take, and you interfere with your wife and your daughter, you understand? And they run out of the house, and when they run out of the house, somebody hit them, somebody catch them then. I wouldn't say what I want to say. Somebody catch them. It's not like bail again, you know. So, uncle, you could say, thanks to Real Talk, thanks to Saieed, who was pushing and pushing and pushing. You know when you light a fire, when you make a fire outside, and they had this thing they call it pukani, and you're determined to get that fire started. Well, I was determined to get that bills passed. So when you hear the catchy bandit now with the firearm that pointed to your head, uncle, you could safely say he gone up in prison for 120 days. So you could sleep comfortable on your pillow with your little blanket for 120 days. Not having to wonder when he coming back and you know I'm going to tell the police and he might come back to shoot. No, you don't have to worry again. You ever hear anybody talk about them things? Ministers come, ministers leave. Senators come, senators go. Lawyer come, lawyer go. Judges come, judges go. Commissioner of police come and commissioner of police go. You ever hear any one of them ask for bills like that? It's only when Real Talk was born on the airwaves. And Saieed established and I start to push for things. Look again, marijuana legislation up in the parliament. You ever hear anybody ask about it? Come now, man, uncle, man. Call back again and ask for something again now. Let me tell you something. You ain't call no foolish man, you know. I ain't no stupid man out there, you know. What Real Talk had to do, but you ever hear anybody talk about ganja legislations? Anybody ever hear anybody talk about child sex offender registry? Anybody hear about any other ministers or commissioners or law association people talking about anti-gang law? No, it's only when Real Talk voted or started to push that. You know why? It's for the citizen. So when you hear, you tell yourself, you're going to ask Saieed something. Rock back, you know, because you're getting an answer to suit you and to suit the nation. Caller, good night.
Yes, Mr. Saieed.
Go right ahead.
You have a true man, this man, Mr. Saieed. Anything you ask for, you get it.
Thank you, my friend.
Yes, Mr. Saieed, yes.
Thank you. Now listen this. We're going back to the PC. Yadi was arrested on September 26 by the Professional Standard Bureau, that is the PSB. Video footage showed a man searching around and leaving with the pouch. So the man with a hole now, what he searching for? There's a truck. Where you go find any truck? These days truck are moving with money. Them are moving with firearm. So what you going to search for? Who tell you that truck have something valuable in it? Talk to the PC. People is want to know how Saieed do it like this. But let me tell you something. As a down-to-earth person, I don't let wealth and things get to my head, you know. I don't let them things get to my head. I leave it up to God to bless me and to give me what He wants. Let me tell you something. And you all have seen that. When Real Talk newly started, I started in Synergy building, in Synergy studio. I must say thanks to Mr. O'Brien Haynes, the GM for Synergy. Let me tell you something. He was like, Saieed, you're going good. Stay on it. Stay on it. Stay on it. Keep pressing. You're going forward. And let me tell you something. When Flow starts to release their statistics at the end of every 3 months, Brian used to say, Saieed, you're hitting number 1. Saieed, you're hitting number 1. Saieed, you're hitting number 1. Number 1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. It is Real Talk. And I am proud to say that. And I am proud to say that we're getting the legislation for marijuana approved very soon. So everybody who ball in jar, my team laughing. You go, when I do so, thank you, Saieed. Let me tell you something. Before I ask for legislation or before I ask for a bill, I just sit down and think, you know. I don't beg people to sponsor my show, you know. I leave it up to God. And I must say a special good night to Mr. Baba Steve and his family, who I know him as Fighting Steve, my good friend. We are hoping to have something in store by next week Friday, but nevertheless, I will leave it right there. But viewers, I didn't make it by myself. I did not make it by myself. I want to thank the supporters who made Real Talk the #1 current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. Let me tell you something. It's a lot of current affairs program in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a lot. We have a lot of morning shows and a lot of night shows. But you know what? Real Talk is #1. You know why? I bring news in depth to you. I give you the opportunity to call in and voice your concern and your opinion, and we're getting things done. We're getting things done. So the caller, the gentleman who called, I want to say thank you. Yeah? I want to say thank you for calling in, so I can take my time and explain to you what Real Talk did. So now you could rock back while you're sipping your tea, and you could think, 60 years I live in and I never hear nobody ask for bills like this besides Saieed, you know. And you know what? People in high places listening. And you know what again? They actually passing what the man asking for. So what would that tell you? And those people in the high places listening, they're cock up. Call a good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead.
Yes, I'm Saieed. I was going to tell you that you're doing a very good job.
Thank you.
And secondly, I want to ask you to look into the Bar 4 area. We've been having a lot of robberies in the past month or two.
Okay.
My house was one of the targets. I have 6 parents home. Bandits just driving in the yard, run up the house, and come downstairs, hold them gunpoint. And my father sick, he have a massive brain stroke. They beat him with a cutlass.
Wow.
They rob the whole house, and they just drive out and gone. And then 1 month after that, there was another big, huge robbery right in Barco here. Before mine was one month before mine, there was another one. And it's been going on and on. And the Barco police station, they just come and they just do fingerprints and mess up the whole house, and they ain't getting nothing. You didn't hear from them again at all.
Caller, contact me tomorrow, 339-1670, and probably we could make an arrangement to meet, and we could probably talk about some security initiative for the Barapo area. Thank you for calling in and highlighting the matter. I am so sorry this had to happen to you. Police arrested a man at New Colonial Road, Barapo, for allegedly walking with a loaded firearm while residents were coping with floodwater in the community. So to the caller who just called prior to this one and asked what I have anything to do with pushing the bills, look, we have a man walking down in Barapo now with a firearm. What are we going to do? Uncle, what are we going to do? You going to leave it up to the police? When the police hold them and they go before the magistrate, you know what again? They had 10 gun charges before, you know. But you know what the magistrate will do? I don't blame them. Listen, I don't blame them. You will give them bail. You know why? There was never a law, neither a legislation to keep the bandit inside or the firearm holder inside. But thanks to Real Talk, we pushed for the no bail for firearm. And what did we do? We got it. Tell you from next year. Watch me now, man. It's a different Real Talk, you know. I have my own crew moving with, you know. Real Talk Security Limited and Real Talk Intelligence Unit. Let me tell you something. We're going to mash up Trinidad and we're going to build it back. Me no business who in power, you know. I do business who in power that have nothing to do with Saieed. My intelligence unit and my security team is for the safety of the citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. And come January 2020 is a different ball game altogether. You see, I get all my bills passed, and I'm taking my time and I'm building the unit, and I'm taking my time and I'm getting my intelligence. When you hear I start to roll next year, his bellies go roll, and there's no heads and his bellies, you know. The Emergency Rapid Response Unit were on patrol around 10 p.m. when they received information that a man was seen on the street with a firearm. The 23-year-old man ran when the officers approached him, but he was caught with a Beretta pistol loaded with 4 rounds of 9mm ammunition in his waist. What are you running for? You're a Gilligan? And audio guy, when is a Gilligan? And you're supposed to stand up and brace? You have gun and you're running? Don't run, man. Stay away. Listen to this again. We're touching on crime. A prison officer was robbed at a car inspection station on Thursday, 12 December, in less than an hour after she withdrew money from a bank. Real Talk understand that at around 11:44 a.m., the 42-year-old officer parked her car near the entrance of the inspection bay at Mausika Road, Dabadi, when 2 bandits took her bag, cell phone, bank card, and a sum of $4,000 in cash. The bandit then escaped in a waiting vehicle. Wow. We're moving on again, staying on crime. there was a break-in at the Monkeytown Government Primary School in Barapur between Thursday night and early Friday morning. Real Talk understand that their office was secured on Thursday evening. However, when the principal returned the next morning, the door was open. The Barapur police were called in, but they were unable to determine if anything was stolen since the office did not appear to be ransacked. Investigations are ongoing. The body of a murdered Piparo pensioner, Ramdeo Scotty Lakan, was found on Wednesday, 11 December 2019 in a shallow grave after he had arranged to exchange $5,500 in the new polymer bill at a bank. Real Talk understand that the driver came to pick up Lakan to go to the bank, but when he arrived, villagers had just dug up the grave and found his body. It is alleged that the 67-year-old watchman who lived by himself was murdered for his money. Real Talk understand that Ramdeo Lakan was chopped on his head and he was surrounded by Balize flowers. The Homicide Bureau region, I think that's San Fernando, would be investigating this matter. Viewers, we are almost out of time for tonight. We have about 4 or 5 minutes left. You have a call? Call a good night. Hello? Go right ahead. Thank you, my dear. You see, sometimes I just glad when people call and direct something directly to me, you know. I wouldn't shun you away. No, I will take my time and I'll answer your question because you call to find out something. So I will answer you to my uttermost best ability. Proper speaking? Call a good night. Yes, my friend.
Right. The way you cannot believe nothing coming from this government. Because they have this trait that they just lie with a straight face and without any conscience. Now, with all the uproar and the backlash they got with the situation, the statement they made about the Polori and the Baji and pumpkin vendors and disgraceful. They come now with this to counter that with this situation that a Baba went into the bank with $1 million. But now they choose that profession because that would sound like, you know, they're trying to counter the racist undertone from the statement they made to say, look, well, you see, what we're doing is right. Now look at Baba went in. But what did they do? What more did they do? Did they arrest the Baba? Did they investigate him? Who is this Baba? And I want to ask Young, they want to know where Baba was get $1 million. Where does a 22-year unemployed woman get over $10 million US dollars to buy cocaine and drugs to sell?
Thank you, my friend. Hey, before we time up, Ryan Singh, put up his picture here, guys. Ryan Singh, I'm looking for you. Anybody know of Ryan Singh? Anybody know of Ryan Singh? Put at the table with the bounce checks. You cannot be doing that. You cannot be doing that. I'm looking for you. Come to me and give me back the money so that the minister could inherit back his money. You can't want to play your one taking thing and you're signing the checks. No money in the bank. This individual never had an account here. Real talk. That collection department is looking for you. So the longer you take to come forward is the more I will put up your picture. Because keep in mind, Real Talk with Saieed Ali is registered with the government. Real Talk Security Limited is registered with the government. Real Talk Debit Collection Department is registered with the government. So don't feel you will send my pre-action protocol letter, you know, because I have a signed agreement. Who you're supposed to be paying this money to. You understand? So when you tell yourself, we're going to send Saieed a letter for highlighting, we really know what you're doing. You know? I just tell people, you want to come? No problem, but just know what you're doing, because I just have my facts and my figures intact. So when you hear carry me to court now, and my lawyer say, Your Honor, let him pay our bills. You're paying the lawyer, and whatever she asks for, you're getting, you know. I'm telling you, because she's not a low court lawyer, you know, she's a high court lawyer. Ms. Nazima, Ali, good night to you and your family. Viewers, director, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Now, Real Talk have been off the airwave for approximately 9-10 days. Nevertheless, what happened. We throw that behind us. We are moving forward. I have a full team. I am looking for one more secretary to work with the secretary that I have presently to do researching. So automatically I am looking for one more researcher. I am adding to my team. God is blessing me. I am going up. So those of you who are interested in working on for Real Talk, the #1 current affair program in Trinidad and Tobago, feel free to contact me at 339-1670. Or you can call my office at 238-6716. You know, it gives me great pleasure to hear the Prime Minister say, I will approve the legislations. I will approve the amendment. You're talking in Saieed favor. You're talking in Saieed favor. So viewers, it is Friday night tonight. Stay away from the too many alcohol. It doesn't matter what I say. If you have to drink, you're going to drink. So let's make it clear. Don't end up in problems. Next thing you face the magistrate on Monday and you might be calling, Saieed, I'm looking for a bailer. Well, I might as well put you onto one. I have a full team, you know. I didn't just come out just on TV. I have a full team behind us. Now, viewers, we are out of time for tonight. A rerun of this program is on Monday morning at 10 a.m. and we will be right back here at Monday night, that is next week, to give you another episode of Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Viewers, be safe, enjoy your weekend, good night.